We'd like to remind you that all 211 facilities are equipped with life-saving automated external defibrillators or AED. The nearest AED and anesthesia is located by your respective concession stand. And on behalf of the administration and students of Palatine High School, we welcome you as guests of this game. As Palatine and Buffalo Grove are playing this game on Jorden by both schools. The schools of memories being re-provided by the Constitution and bylaws of the Illinois High School Association to ensure the highest possible standards of conduct in their anti-athletic program. The officials for tonight's contest have been designed through approval by both schools. Our officials for today are referee Dave Stevenson, umpire Jeff Henderson, linesman Carl Schultz, line judge Mark Kingston, back judge Chad Rasmussen, and crew chief Brad Schultz. We have some other present today demonstrating to the kids for the shirt throughout the contest. No matter what personal feelings or loyalty they have toward one team or the other, our team cheers. It's one of our objects and brittle and dignity for efforts towards athletes coaches. Our officials have no place size nor products. Any spectator not to play appropriate conduct will be asked in the game. Your collaboration is expected and appreciated. If fans only at the concession stands open on both sides of the stadium, as always, a delightful selection of heart-healthy treats awaiting your purchase. And line right away to the concession stand here on the outside. Don't forget to stop by the school store for a great selection of pirate spirit here as we get fired up for fall. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask everyone to please rise and come in over all hats as we join the best marching band in our land as we honor America with our Star Spangled Banner with junior vocalist Caitlin Stokoe.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the everlasting flight o'er the ramparts we watched
It is the Battle of Highway 53, what I like to call it at least, in week 2 of the Illinois high school football season. Welcome to PHSP TV live on YouTube. Alrighty, my name is Luke Jordan, play-by-play broadcaster. To my left or to the right on your side of viewing is Johnny Pellettiere, brand new color guy. Well, we know the matchup up in front. It is week 2 of the season. Johnny, break us down with what happened in week 1.
So week 1, Buffalo Grove, they were down 13-7 at halftime, and then came back in overtime to beat Hoffman Estates at home. And then Palatine was at St. Charles North last week, lost 37-34 in it was honestly a great game.
Yeah,
But,
Johnny and I both made the travel out there. Great game. Unfortunate that we came up with the loss for sure.
Yeah, but it was a fun game. I mean, it was back and forth through the whole game. And, yeah, hopefully we have another good one here tonight.
And it sure sounds like we will. Buffalo Grove has the better record right now. They're 1-0. We're 0-1. Of course, they faced, by the rankings, an easier opponent. But I've heard from many that they're going to be good this year. Their coach claiming they have many experienced players. They're ready to go. As we will send you down to the field. Those of you that ride with us all the way through the season, yes, our camera is working. Thank the Lord. As if you saw our soccer broadcast, that was not the same. Buffalo Grove visiting Chick Anderson Stadium for the first time in the fall since 2013, where Palatine routed for a 38-7 victory. These two teams did meet in the COVID year. Buffalo Grove electing to receive to start things off. It is Anthony Polano and Samuel Cho, both seniors, at the end of their returning line. It's been a while, Palatine fans, but we are ready to go. Alec Heiser will send off the pigskin. Heiser formerly played soccer. This is his first year ever playing football.
Starting off on varsity first year, eh?
Yeah, he's quite the kicker, as you'll see, hopefully tonight. Here we go. This one to Bernardo. Bernardo cutting to the right side, immediate pressure, and the Bison are down at the 10-yard line to start things. Joe Ricewig hopping in there quick.
Great job by the Palatine kickoff team to just jump on the Buffalo Grove early. Hopefully we can have a defense just like that tonight.
And now out comes the Bison offense. Led by quarterback Peyton Diaz. He's set to break school records this year for passing yards in his senior year of football. A tough week 2 opponent for them as they're lined up in the gun formation. 1st and 10. Handoff, immediately stuffed.
Here we go. Palatine doing a great job. Already stuffing up the Buffalo Grove running backs. And, yeah, let's just keep that going tonight.
Matthew Muradkel looks to be the RB1 for this Bison roster as he gets the first carry of the game on both sides. Unfortunate for him, he goes nowhere. He even loses a yard. 2nd and 11. They'll line up same formation. Diaz. 10 seconds on the play clock. Straps up the helmet. Gets the snap. Looks left immediately. And a quick slant caught by Anthony Polano. Polano actually committed to South Dakota State University for linebacker. So wide receiver is his secondary position.
Yeah, he's a two-star who has plenty of offers from all sorts of D1 FCS schools. But yeah, it shows at CSU.
Back in the gun, except 3 wide receivers on the right this time. Radkill to the right of Diaz. 3rd and 6. As they have to face their first 3rd down conversion of the night so far. Diaz looks right. Fires it. And that is caught, but will it be enough is the question. Catch made by Jalen Marshall. And they're saying, yeah, just short.
I see the Pirates needed a quick 3 and out to get things going tonight. Now hopefully we can see the Palatine offense capitalize.
Looks like they might be punting here. Something you don't typically see on 4th and 1 in high school football.
It's early in the game. Buffalo Grove thinks they can probably capitalize. It's a long game. So.
Romano will punt for the Bison. Stark waiting back near the 40-yard line in Palatine's half. This one sails pretty high, not too much distance on it as it bounces right at the 50. And that'll be touched right at the 47-yard line, 53 yards to the end zone as Palatine opens their first drive on home field in the 2023 season, led out by their quarterback that has been doing it since week 4 of 2022. It's Tommy Elter, now the senior.
Elter, second-year starter. This is his first year being a starting quarterback since week 5 of 22. And yeah, hopefully we can have a good game tonight.
Something to note, Jesse Blake in the backfield, not Dominic Ball. So the RB2 out there to start things. Both teams, nothing but the gun formation so far. And there's Ball in the screen. Getting the pass and not really moving. He actually was held to the line of scrimmage there.
Shot by Buffalo Grove to read Dominic Ball there. And great. They made us lose yardage, so yeah, good props to BG.
Wow, they're saying he even lost yardage.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, but it seemed like he got down right back at the mark where they started from. Instead, they're saying he lost a yard. It's 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line. Elter motions over Fager. Gonna give it to the opposite side for Ball, and Ball goes nowhere. Good defensive stand so far by the Bison, and it'll be 3rd and long for the Pirates.
So far, by the looks of it, it's going to be a pretty defensive game tonight, Luke.
Sure looks like it. Nothing like last year for sure. 57 total points in the matchup at Grant Blaney Stadium. Buffalo Grove student section getting pretty loud. 3rd and 9, Palatine faces. 3 wideouts to the left. Moore, the lone receiver on the right side. It's Elter and Ball in the backfield. Elter drops back, pressure coming in immediately. He's got to heave it into double coverage. That ball too far ahead, almost intercepted.
Looks like BT's line just got through Palatine's own line and did a good job of getting to Elter and leaving Elter very little time to make a decision.
Not good here for Palatine. Elter slow to get up. He's also the punter for this Palatine squad, so he was staying out no matter what, and it looks like he still will remain out there, although he seems a little bit rattled. So both teams on their first drive having to punt. Not a single first down yet. Two men back for the Bison as Elter punts it to the far side. Fair catch from Romano right at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Bison will start things for their second offensive drive. 7:52 in the first quarter, almost. 5 minutes. As Diaz leads his offense back out. Buffalo Grove, the only high school team in Illinois to make the playoffs last year with a 4-win record. They got that last spot and ended up playing Mount Carmel in the first round. And off to Romano.
Back to what you were saying, Luke, after they lost to Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel did go on to win the 7A state championship, so yeah, and it looks like Mount Carmel's going to be another good team this year. I mean, they beat East St. Louis last week, and I believe they're playing in Morgan Park this week. So
Morgan Park in the over. As lines up the offense, 2nd and 6, a 4-yard run there by Romano. It really looks like he can play all positions so far. Seen at linebacker, wide receiver, and running back to this point. A running back on each side of Diaz, 2nd and 6. Play action. He's going to take it himself, actually. And he is bombarded right at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like a gain to me.
Looks like Buffalo Grove, based off what we've seen so far, and I know it's early, but they're playing the run game, and they're going very short passes right now. Let's see if that continues for the rest of the night.
Third and 6. No team has converted a 3rd down yet. Will this be the one? It's Brad, Kell, and Diaz in the backfield. Gun formation. .6:20 on the clock. Diaz gets it. Flings it right away. And that is deflected. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 6.
Good job there by Rufus Clark to get on that receiver quickly.
And both teams look like they've been thrown into a brick wall so far.
And there's that short pass that I was talking about earlier. I mean, that's what they've been doing the whole game, and it's early, but
Elter looks all good to enter back into the game. Standing tall on the sideline as his offense looks like they'll get the ball back here. Romano, a nice punt here. It's going to roll back to Stark, and Stark is going to let it bounce and play it. Stark now. Trying to cut to the outside. Taken down by Alex Brunas. And with 6:03 to go, Palatine back on offense. Offense was no struggle in week 1, Johnny.
no, not at all. Not for neither St. Charles nor Palatine. I mean, they did falter a little bit in the beginning of the second half last week, but I mean that was also partially due to St. Charles North's defense. I mean, St. Charles North had some great defense last week, so I don't think Buffalo Grove is going to be as much of a challenge as Palatine, but I mean Palatine's still got to play hard through all this.
Palatine at the 39. They're going to give it inside zone to Dominic Ball, and he is trampled on. Great run stoppers on that Buffalo Grove defensive line.
It looks like I just eaten my words, Luke.
I mean, this Buffalo Grove student section going at it right away. That's their second overrated chant of the night. They actually started chanting overrated before the game even started.
We got into the broadcast.
Aggressive strategy from a student section. And heck, student sections can make a difference.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not.
Even if you have a good away student section, I mean, it can feel like a home game for some teams.
Yeah, Buffalo Grove looks packed. Elter. Out route to Tyson Moore. Completed. And that should be just about half the distance to the first down marker.
And Luke, I mean, that student section, to have that right behind you, to have like to have your friends behind you like that, it's just so motivating. I mean,
Yep.
it can really go a long way in the end.
Daniel Check enters the game. Flores coming out. When you see something like that, you can probably suspect a run, and now they're going to swap back again, maybe trying to fool with the Bison here. They're going to pass it instead, most likely here on 3rd and 5. 5:17 to go in the first quarter. Still no first downs for either side. Immediate pressure coming Elter. He's got to escape left, and he's going to run out of bounds. It'll be another 4th down.
Wow,
for Palatine.
This Buffalo Grove defensive line has just been putting so much pressure on Elter. It seems like Palatine's offensive line has not been able to read them quite yet tonight.
This is giving me deja vu from the college football game I watched yesterday, Nebraska and Minnesota. It was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And you know what? That's not the worst football to watch sometimes.
No, not at all. I mean, I played D-line my freshman year playing football. I mean, it's fun to watch. Like, when I started playing football, I watched the game in a completely different way. I paid more attention to the lines, especially the D-line, considering that's where I was playing. And, I mean, you just view the games completely differently after playing.
Samuel Cho called for the fair catch there. Ball at the 26-yard line as Buffalo Grove looking to get the wheels rolling here. I'll bring it up over and over again until a team can get a first down. There have been no first downs.
No, not.
And that's a good improvement to see on Palatine's side. I mean, they let up 37 points in week 1, which is something you typically don't see from their defense. They're kind of like the Bears in the way. They're known for their defense most times.
Yeah.
First and 10.
This week they were kind of bounced back. I'm sorry for putting you out there, Lou.
No, you're good. Play action. Diaz, down the middle, it's caught. First down. Smooth moves here by Cho. He's still going. And now down at the 45-yard line.
And there is the first down of the game, Lou.
Well, announcer's jinx, I guess, or just football. One of the two.
A little bit of both, I think. Yeah.
And now the Bison 45 yards away from the end zone, the closest they've been all night so far, as they have a fresh first down. Gun formation, Diaz. Buffalo Grove really seems to let that play clock run. Diaz, gonna hand it off to Muradkel. Muradkel cuts down the middle, still going, breaks a tackle, and finally wrapped up by Denton Teachins.
Yeah, Luke, it's starting to look a little bit more like announcer's jinx now.
Yeah. I apologize.
There's 2 first downs in a row. First 2 first down of the game.
Buffalo Grove starting to find their way now. They're 30 yards away on a first and 10. Clock running, about to hit 4 minutes. Still no points on the board yet here at Chick Anderson Stadium in Palatine's home opener. Diaz and his offense, same formation as prior. Play action, gonna give it to the slant to Polano, and he couldn't hold on to it. It slips through his fingers, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And Jalen Williams got to the quarterback real quickly. Looks like he probably plowed through. Let's see the replay here. We have a replay here, so.
And if you guys ever want to look at playback, you can always reverse in YouTube.
Yeah. Wow, it looks like he didn't get touched, Jalen Williams, and that's a big mistake right there.
We're also getting new equipment soon that might include replays, so we're gonna figure that out. That's gonna be some fun, because Emmet right next to me is a wizard. He will get anything on that screen that you would like.
Stay tuned.
Buffalo Grove motions one over. It's a screen pass to the left side. Nice tackle there, but still some good yardage by Polano and the Bison. Polano looks very agile. He's breaking from his coverage right away.
Yeah.
This will be 3rd and 4. And a lot of that is thanks to their offensive line. Coach Velk said they've all played significant time since their sophomore year, and now most of them seniors.
Definitely helps, that experience right there. It's good strategy.
Yes, drops back, 3rd and 4. Pressure coming from Mullock. He's got to escape. Last second decision, swatted away by Jalen Williams.
Great job by the Palatine defensive line to grab that presser. And get a quick third down now. Fourth down, excuse me.
Looks like they might be attempting this field goal here.
The 41-yard
41 yards from the field goal post.
Now, if BG's kicker is as good as St. Charles North's kicker from last week, we might have some problems.
Gerhardt, this is good! And Buffalo Grove is on the board. So a pretty dominant drive up until the last couple downs. It pays off. They're first on the board. They were first on the board last year as well. Very nice attendance tonight for the home opener in Palatine on both sides.
Absolutely, it's a perfect night tonight. It is currently 77 degrees out right now. Palatine, not a cloud in the sky. I mean, you can't really see any, but yeah, perfect. No rain. It's a great night for football.
Oh, it sure as heck doesn't feel like 77. This is a perfect like 71 to me. Like this is beautiful weather.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about this whatsoever.
Can it be like this till November by chance?
Huh?
Can it be like this till November by chance? Because I remember the York playoff game, we were in full jackets. So.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like that. Luke.
Stark gets some separation down the middle. Stark still on his feet and finally dragged down at the 47-yard line.
Great way to open the game up there for Palatine. Or the drive for Palatine. Excuse me. After giving up 3 points to Buffalo Grove. Could be a good stepping stone for this drive. See if we can build off it.
Great return for the Pirates. That's some momentum they needed for sure. Palatine looks like they might run here, and they will. Ball escapes to the outside, now cuts inside. That is a first down for Palatine, and prior to that snap, Palatine had less than 10 offensive yards. They got more than 10 right there.
Oh yeah, great run there by Dominic Ball to add on yardage for the Pirates.
Dominic Ball committed to Tulane University April 17th. As his senior year, he'll be headed to the Wave next year.
3 total touchdowns last week, 133 rushing yards, which is insane.
They're going to try it again. Ball pushing forward. Heavy collision. Just about 6-7 yards it looks like. I feel like this is every year, especially with the offense they have for the past years. They're kind of quiet at first. Once they get that big offensive play, they explode.
Yeah, definitely. That's just the momentum.
And we saw that. Yeah, we saw that in week 1 when Palatine was quiet, and then all of a sudden a 66-yard rushing touchdown from Ball erupted.
Yeah, let's hope we can stay loud like this for a while now.
That was actually in the second quarter. And they ended up piling on 27 total points in the second quarter against St. Charles.
Yeah, that's why that took so long. I mean, it was, probably about a 45-minute quarter, 30-minute quarter. That was brutal. It was like 9:15 at halftime.
Yeah, and with the transport to and from St. Charles, we were not back until what?
A little bit after 11.
It's like 11:20,
Quarter
I think,
after
something
11.
like that. Fager motioned over on 3rd and inches. Ball looking to push over. He's got more. Dragged down beyond the 25.
Looks like Palatine's just going to keep running that ball right now, and it seems to be working.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, not at all. See how long we can keep this up. Just give it to Dominic and go.
Running clock below a minute now.
Quick first quarter.
Yeah.
As a result to having 3 points up on the scoreboard right now.
St. Charles was up on Palatine in week 1, 3-0 after the first quarter. We're seeing more deja vu here.
A little bit more than yep.
Ball wrapped up from behind, and might have gotten a couple yards there, but it's not much. Did what he could. And that stops the clock. I'm not sure why. Now they're running it. I think a little bit of clock confusion up here. And they do not need to get another play off in time. They are lining up, maybe trying to get a jump. No, they're going to snap it instead. Screen pass to Donnelly. Donnelly now racing down the left side. Got some space, finally out of bounds. And that looks to be a first down for Palatine.
A good way to end off the first quarter. Palatine will be right on the, that's 10-yard line? 7?
Just about.
No, at the 10.
It's very close.
The 11.
Yep.
At the 11.
So a lot of back and forth in that first quarter. Only 3 points scored. Tune in for more when we come back. Alrighty, welcome back to the action. We flip sides. Ball at the 11, 1st and 10. Fager motioned over to the right side. Inside zone to Dominic Ball. Dominic Ball, a smooth juke, and nothing but the end zone in front of him. Touchdown, Pirates!
Luke, there's that don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it method. They've been running it to Dominic Ball for pretty much the whole second part of the first quarter, and now it results in a touchdown. 6-3 Pirates right now.
Dominic Ball, his 4th touchdown of the season. He had 3 in week 1. And now Ball over 50 yards rushing already. He had 133 at St. Charles as they line up the PAT, and that's straight through the uprights. Heiser looking like a veteran on that kick.
Yep. Not bad for first year. First Palatine home game, too. First home game kicking.
Heiser now, after kicking the PAT, will line up the kickoff. A much-needed touchdown for this Palatine squad.
So we had the lead. I'm very curious to see what Buffalo Grove's offense is going to do after that. See if they're going to keep going with their previous strategy of running it and throwing it short.
Deep kick. Bernardo going to take it from about the 2-yard line. Bernardo, a nice deke, and finally taken down at the 20, and that's where the Bison will get things going. First drive for Buffalo Grove, a punt. The second one, a punt. The third one, 3 points on the board. Thank you to their kicker, Carson Gerhardt, the senior. Diaz and Muradkel back in the backfield, getting things going for their fourth drive of the night. Play action. Diaz doesn't have much time left. The ball comes loose, and it is picked up by Palatine. Philip Rolek comes on top with the ball.
And it looks like we're not even going to be able to see Buffalo Grove's offensive strategy as Palatine grabs that real quickly. And it is our ball now. Looks like back at a little bit. Looks like at maybe the 17-yard line.
This defense on the sideline looks amped after causing that turnover.
The 19, great place to be on the field right now.
And as you just saw there on your screen, Coach Olsen even getting in on the chest bumps down there.
Everybody on the sideline right now excited. It's a great feeling, great energy right now. It's just something to build off of right now. And keep going and get more insurance in this game.
And Coach Olsen, I interviewed him, he said, it's about making the little things count. Execute every little thing. Making a successful tackle like that, the ball pops loose, and now we have another chance to score a touchdown. Ball spins off one tackle and finally swarmed. And a couple yards.
Looks like Palatine's just going to keep going back to Dominic Ball. Not the worst idea in the world right now.
Keep handing off that boy the ball. Let him eat. Because he's been eating well so far.
Yeah.
Keeps eating like that, he's going to have a Thanksgiving dinner by the end of this game. Running clock now reaching under 11 minutes. A lot of back and forth on the Palatine offense as they now line up. Elter to Ball once again. Ball splits through a gap. And finally taken down right next to the 6 or 7 yard line, and that'll move the chains. It'll be first and goal.
Looks like it'll be at Palatine's 6-yard line, or not. I think it's the 8 loop, I believe. If I'm seeing it correctly.
I believe you're seeing that right. And now Palatine looking to line it up again. Elter gives it to Ball. Ball trying to push with all his might, and he's finally knocked down.
Buffalo Grove finally being able to get a hold of Dominic.
Yeah, that's what they need to do, and I tell you what, film practice, they were prepping for that guy.
Yeah, especially in film. Film sessions, practices. I mean, he's probably been the focal point of conversation for Buffalo Grove this whole week.
No question about it. The two things any head coach jots down for sure on their notes: watch out for Dominic Ball. And Wadlowski slips there. The other thing, watch out for that D-line.
Yeah.
You got 2 Division I D linemen coming right at you, and that's why Diaz choked up the ball. Till Rolek with the recovery.
It's a scary thing to see. Two big guys like that. that are definitely playing college football.
Palatine back in the heavy formation. Widlowski. Gonna march forward. Great blocking, and he is in. Widlowski, his second touchdown of the season.
Good to see Trey Widlowski keeping the streak going. Hopefully he can make one here. Get at least one touchdown a game. That wouldn't hurt, would it, Luke?
That Palatine O-line gave Widlowski an absolute mansion to run through. He had nothing but room. And Heiser off the hold from Brown. That PAT is good. Heiser's now 3 for 3 on the season with PATs. He hopped into week 1 after Connor May went down with an injury. And he's proven he's got the confidence.
Yeah.
Some scores down low on that little ticker that's running around. Fremden Hersey tied. That is quite the surprise to me.
Interesting. Hersey cannot be too happy about that, considering Fremden's not a very good team this year, or they haven't really been for the past few years. Palatine has, at least since we've been in high school, Luke, been the superior Palatine team in terms of football.
Elk Grove down to Hoffman Estates 14-0. We actually play the Hawks September 22nd. The week after our home game with Evanston. Here comes Bernardo with speed off the reception of the kickoff, and he'll get right to the NFL touchback line. And the Bison looking to just shake it off after a rough drive recently. Of course, when you have a turnover cause, it's not the most fun going back to that sideline.
No.
But Diaz, like we said, most of his team experienced. Diaz is an experienced quarterback.
A lot of these guys, yeah, like you were saying, very experienced. It's, like I was saying earlier, I mean, it's a good thing to have that. It's a good strategy. It gives you a pretty good head start against a lot of other teams that don't really follow that.
Lano motioned over Muradkil. Now going to split to the right side, and he's tackled from behind for what looks to be about a yard. And 2nd and 8, the official ruling.
On the 26-yard line.
They'll line back up. 3 wide receivers on the left. Polano, the load wide out on the right. Diaz now. Motions over Muradkil. That snap goes over. Whistle sounded before the snap.
Didn't quite see anything there.
That's a false start.
False start.
So the Bison will move even further back, and it'll be 2nd and 13.
It's one of those things that coaches are going to get right on you about. Those are just pretty much dumb mistakes. It's like in hockey. I say it in hockey when there's too many men on the ice. It's just dumb things that just shouldn't be happening.
Just human error. Quick pass, swatted down by Williams.
Human error is much more frustrating, Luke, when you're losing.
Williams is quite the ball player. 22 NCAA Division I offers. The most recent one from Maryland.
Not bad for a junior. I mean, he's got pretty much offers from all across the country. You got teams all on the West Coast, and it's crazy. He didn't start playing football until freshman year.
Yep.
But he figured out, well, he's pretty good at this.
3rd and 13. Diaz dropping back, heaves it to the left side. Pass caught, but it's not enough. As Samuel Cho will get some yardage. And it looks to be about 4th and medium. And Vincent Romano and the special teams out there. Different strategies from both receiving teams on the front. Stark is the only receiver back there. Buffalo Grove typically has 2 back where Stark is. Romano, a nice punt. Stark, no fair catch, and he's taken down right away. Risky play, but he stays with the ball.
Yeah, look, I don't know if he just didn't see him there, but I mean, if I'm him and I was tracking that, I'm calling a fair catch. I mean, that Buffalo Grove player was right on him. Like, he was coming at him hard, so couldn't really catch who that was, Luke, but.
And Stark appears to be walking a little bit awkwardly down that sideline. I'm assuming he just wasn't ready for that hit.
And he was hit hard, too, so that combination is never fun.
Blake in ball on the sides of Elter. They're going to give it to Blake. Blake now. Able to get forward, and he is just about flipped. And if Blake doesn't have the awareness he has there, that is a loss of yards.
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo Grove's defense just got on him there.
Able to escape out and make 2 yards out of it. And that's a 2-yard rush where you don't mind having 2 yards.
No, not at all. Made the best out of what you can get there.
Elter appears to call an audible. Majority of wide receivers on the left. Elter now. Just going to toss it out to Ball. Ball with some space. Don't give him that. As he gets over the marker, it's a first down for the Pirates.
Like you said, Luke, don't give him that. That space results in a first down. And, yeah. Now we're pretty good territory now. Makes something big happen.
Almost halfway through this second quarter. Palatine 14 consecutive points.
Much quicker, Luke, than last week for sure.
Oh, yeah. You can thank the defenses for that one.
Yep.
Ball, outside zone. Got some space. He's got one more man to beat. Cuts inside, and he is headed to the end zone. It's another one for Ball.
Looks like Dominic didn't even get touched there by anybody. He just went around, evaded defensive players like it was nothing. Made it look so easy. Now a 20-3 ball game in favor of Palatine.
Palatine was playing on Hall of Fame difficulty in the first quarter. Pause the game and change it to rookie.
Yeah. Definitely seems that way right now.
And Heiser looking to go 3 for 3 on the night. Booyah! 21-3. Dominic Ball already as many rushing yards as he had last game. And by the way, that was 133. So, yeah, rookie mode, to say the least.
Let's make it 133 more, eh?
And thank you guys for your comments on the connection. We are going to definitely fix that at halftime. Appreciate all of you being here. Palatine 21 in a row, and everybody on this side of the field is having some fun. Even the student section hitting around some, what are those, Johnny?
Thunder sticks or whatever. They got them this week.
What type of ball is that? Are they hitting around? To the action, whatever. Here's a good return from Buffalo Grove as Cho's finally eaten up right beyond the 30. Cho wasted no time there, quick acceleration, and is able to make a decent return out of it. And the ball will be placed at the 29. Two running backs in the backfield for Buffalo Grove. Diaz standing in between them. Gets the snap. Seems to be some sort of triple option. And a great tackle coming in hot, Jackson Brown. As he jumps on top of Jacob Nieta-Jallo. Nieta-Jallo, one of the captains on this Buffalo Grove roster.
Great hustle there by Brown to get right on top of Nieta-Jallo. Doesn't give Buffalo Grove much yardage, so good job, Palatine. Good job, Jackson.
Diaz now 5 minutes to go, 2nd and 10. Motions over Polano to the right side. Play action. Slinged across the middle to Cho, and Cho only could get one hand in front of it as it slips by him. Little Butterfingers chant from the student section. Johnny and I engaged in that last week.
Oh,
well,
it's the usual antics of the student section, so what can you expect? It seems like we might be doing the same thing next week, Luke, at Maine South.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun game.
Day after my birthday.
Yes, for your birthday. Luke
Hopefully
will
they
be
can bring us a
18
win.
at that time. He'll be an adult. So he'll be a big boy now.
That's scary.
I'm sure it is. I've got a while, so.
Diaz. Quick pass. It's tipped and almost intercepted by Brown. If it didn't take one more redirection, that was going straight to Brown's chest. And it's a 3 and out for the Bison.
Luke, Buffalo Grove student section has been awfully quiet, no?
Oh, yeah. That's what happens when you put on rookie mode. I get to check those scores around the area. Emmett's Miami Hurricanes are pounding the other Miami of
Well,
Ohio.
what do you expect? I mean, we got very good Miami versus Miami, Ohio, with not much of a football history.
Yeah. And Bernardo will touch that at the 33. Fremden Hersey tied right now. That is
still tied. And I don't know what time of the game it is right now, but
you know what?
If I'm Hersey, I'm still not happy about that, considering we are, I mean, our rival is usually not a good football team. I think they only had, what, 1-2 wins last year, Luke?
Yeah.
And Hersey expected to be a pretty good football team this year, right, Luke?
Yeah. Some argue they're better than us, and I'm not going to debate it. I think it's close, but I can't pick a side yet until the season plays out. No. Moore pushes forward. And a solid completion from Elter as Palatine getting close to moving the chains here. It'll be 2nd and short. And I think this probably has to do something with it as one of the Frem teachers actually suffering from a sort of brain cancer right now, and that is why they have a gold out going on.
I saw that.
For Mr. Yates.
Yep.
So they're really playing for something this week, and they're showing Mr. Yates
Yeah,
that they
I
can
saw
take
that.
down a top 20 team in the state. And they're
Yeah.
fighting hard right now. So my respect to Frem, as much as I bias-wise dislike them. They're a good school overall. As Elter's gonna heave one to Donnelly, who ended up in double coverage, and luckily that goes incomplete.
Yeah.
Penalty marker on the play. We haven't seen many of those tonight. As we wait on the signal from the official. It's looking to be on Palatine. Some communication between the officials, and that'll be for the Pirates.
Conduct. I
Oh,
think
boy.
it might have come from the Palatine sideline. I saw the ref Art yelling at one of the Palatine coaches. I couldn't tell who it was from up here. I may be wrong there, but I do not know for sure.
I mean, that must have been very much behind the play because I didn't catch it either.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I do
tough
say
to
so
see.
myself. I have some pretty good eyes.
Gotta get
And
ourselves some
those
pair of
are
binoculars.
the type of plays that make you run. You had a 2nd and 2, and now you have 2nd and a mile.
Cannot let emotions get the best of you. Nothing good will ever come out of it.
2nd and 17 at the 26-yard line. We got another whistle. Palatine goes early. They'll move back another 5.
Oh, that is
I think we're moving the wrong way right now.
that is not good for Palatine right now. 2 penalties in a row.
Well, time for Elter to use that deep ball for sure.
Yeah, 2nd and very long right now for the Pirates.
All lined up on the right hashes. 2nd and 22. Elter gonna go for a screen here. Fager off the screen. Oh, he's hit hard. He is nailed into the sideline. He gets up immediately.
Kind of came out of nowhere there. I mean, it was tough for us to see. We had all the players and coaches right in front of us, but I mean, next thing you know, you got a Buffalo Grove, I think, linebacker come right at him, come right at Fager. It is now 3rd and 18 for the Pirates. 3rd and very long. Got to make something happen here. Cannot stop. Cannot have the ball this far back neither. Don't want to go to 4th down like this.
3rd and 18. Elter drops back. Pressure coming in hot. He escapes. Helmet comes off of a player's head. And Elter, crossbody, makes a completion of more. My goodness.
There we go, Luke. Made a count there. 3rd and long. Went for the deep play. After a lot of pressure to Tommy Elter.
Patrick Mahomes can't even make that throw for me in Madden. Come on. What a throw. Yeah, that throw had more yards than Elter's had all day. It's been primarily the run game.
Makes sense. I think that's been Palatine's first,
Big
throw
completion.
pass. What, 10, 15 yards? I mean,
15.
yeah, 15.
That timeout called by the Pirates says they'll talk things over. 3:32 to go. Well, at the 42-yard line after that huge completion from Elter to Moore. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll have our shows from our clubs, as always. as they'll finally head back out there. Palatine last year averaged 35 points per game, and they're sure as heck on pace for that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully even more.
This might be another flag on Palatine, if I am correct.
It'll be Palatine's third flag in a matter of what? 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes? Not be having that. I mean, it's just simple human error, like you said, Luke, that is causing this loss of yardage. It's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, in the past couple minutes, the refs have been talking more than me down there.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So they had to reset the play clock. Good catch there from our producer, Emmet, who is also a wizard, as I brought up before. Ball takes the handoff. And that is the first tackle for loss on Ball since the first snap for Palatine.
Looks like that timeout helped Buffalo Grove just as much as it was supposed to help Palatine. Wonder if they might have devised something different to go towards Ball. And whatever happened, if they did do that, it certainly worked.
By the way, just across the train tracks, Frem finally scored on as Hersey takes a touchdown lead, 21-14.
Hersey's going to have to build on that. I mean, it'd be very disappointing if Hersey loses to Frem.
We're going to hear from our buddy Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
The broadcaster over at Hersey Dispatch. Go give them a listen on Vimeo. As Ball, our PA announcer Philippek said it best, a burst of speed as he turns nothing into something. That appears to be Jacob Nito Jodlo, who is down as our great athletic training staff heading out there to help. And good to see him up as he jogs back. And hopefully, in the best way, that was just a cramp, as that is typically what you want to see, because then they can get right back in that game. No matter what, rules are rules. He'll have to sit at least a snap. Currently with his helmet off on the far sideline, getting checked up on by his teammates and a couple coaches as well. We'll keep you posted. And we resume time. It's 3rd and 2 for Palatine at the 34. Kind of in an awkward spot here, not close enough for a field goal, but pretty far from punting. This is a point where you really tend to see him go for it if they're close. But Widlowski wipes off the idea of a 4th down. That'll move the chains. Widlowski heard us from up here and said, "No, I got you."
Yeah.
Marching band on the other side of the field, looking ready to go.
Stay tuned for that halftime performance.
Halftime show always delivers. It's Ball taking the snap. This is odd. And the Wildcat now, Ball's going to run the other way. He is in quite a sticky situation, and he still is potentially able to get back to the line of the scrimmage.
Honestly, Dominic Ball, I mean, did a pretty good job of doing what he could there.
He gained a yard. Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
It's all quick thinking by Dominic Ball there. Quick thinking and speed. Great combination.
Clock running, about to hit a minute. Palatine got to start moving at the 27-yard line. Elter heaves it deep left to Moore in double coverage, makes the catch. Oh my goodness!
It's a completely different second quarter here for Palatine. 3 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns, I'm sorry. Right? 2 or 3?
3.
Just in this quarter, right?
4.
4?
Palatine didn't score a single touchdown in the first. Ugh. Head tap that boy, Tyson.
Talk about so far a strong finish to the first half of this game. They're going to be coming to the locker room with a lot of momentum, and Buffalo Grove's going to have to talk it out right now. Have to come out with some sort of strategy, some different strategy to stop Ball and Tyson Moore and Trey Witleski.
Kaiser for 4 for 4. As Sean Adler always says, get that man a Wendy's 4 for 4.
This is Sean.
Currently listening down at his job in Missouri as he's attending Mizzou.
Studying journalism, right?
Yep.
Yeah. .6 seconds
to go in the second quarter. Heiser's legs probably getting tired from all the PATs and kickoffs he's had to do. This one, a squib kick down the middle. Picked up by Romano, who's taking most of the punts for Buffalo Grove. Make something out of it.
Maybe a 5, 6, 7 yard rush.
I find it funny, a lot of people in the student section last week when we squib kicked it with not much time left to go in the second, they were like, oh my gosh, that kick was horrible. And I don't think we still need to educate many on the squib kick.
It's okay.
For sure.
Student sections are
They're
at some points not even about watching football.
Well, yes. It's about having a good time, and they're having that for sure in this first half.
Not really reason to have a bad time when you had that big of a lead going into halftime.
Speaking of touchdowns, Hersey grabs another one. It's 28-14 down at the William Fremd High School Stadium. Diaz hands it off to Muradkil. Muradkil trying to make something out of this. Wrapped up by Tegens. A nice tackle there. And the Bison might take it to halftime. As Diaz walks over to the BG sideline, trying to get an idea on what to do here. I don't see why to play conservative here. 25-point deficit right now. Oh, Johnny. Cubs lost.
Cubs lost.
Cubs lost.
They won earlier, 6-2.
I guess I'll take a split, but
This is a big series, though.
yeah. And the first half at Chick Anderson Stadium this year, pretty fun, you'd say, Johnny.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, started off pretty slow, but then looks like at the end of the first quarter, they probably talked some things out, and definitely took advantage, and we're now winning big, very big.
Both teams will take their break. We'll be back after halftime. You're watching PHSP TV live on YouTube.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's halftime show. Performed by the EX Marching Band and Ireland, the Palatine High School Marching Band. The Marching Pirates are led on the field by drum major Simon Jorden and Alpha. Rangers, is your band ready? Please enjoy this year's marching band field show, which features the music of iconic film composer Danny Elfman, who will feature the music from several TV shows and films such as Spider-Man, Tales from the Crypt, and A Nightmare Before Christmas, featuring senior soloist Hector Garcia. Oh snap, the band's going back to the 90s with these excellent songs. First up is Varsity Color Guard performing to the Smash Mouth Rhythm from 1999 All-Star. The Varsity Clown Troop team to this next year is all that and a bag of chips. Here's the Offspring's 1998 hit, Pretty Fly.
That is quite the moon to see, to say the least. Pretty fitting for the This Is Halloween played by the marching band. That was a pretty sweet combination. We are and we are now ready to go for the second half. Luke Jorden to my left, Johnny Pellettiere. A big studio today, the biggest one in PTV history. We got a lot of things coming this year, and hopefully working connection is one of them, which it looks like we got it right now. Updated scores down low on that ticker. Uh-oh. It's not good. And Buffalo Grove will kick off for the second time tonight. They had the field goal, and now they'll kick off to the receiving Palatine, who has a 25-point cushion. That cushion's pretty big, Johnny.
Yeah.
And it's Carson Gerhardt, the one who made the field goal, who will send things off. Second half action underway as they're going to kick it to the opposite side. Stark able to get a couple of yards and trips down right near the 35. Dominant first half from this Palatine team. I'll say it over and over again. Very good start. Started down 3-0 after the first quarter. And boy, they've turned it on in the second quarter so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if we can keep that momentum going. Very curious to what Buffalo Grove was trying to whip up in the locker room. Has to do something to stop
Hopefully
Dominic.
stopping Dominic Ball is one of them, but it looks like they might not on this play. First offensive play of the second half. What do you know? Dominic Ball into the end zone.
Second touchdown of the game for Dominic Ball. Thank God he interrupted me, trying to see if Buffalo Grove was going to try and do something to try and neutralize Dominic, but whatever
Yikes.
it was, definitely did not work. As Palatine will now lead 34-33. Starting to look very similar to the JV game.
Yes. I think the final score of that one was 48-16. Palatine's JV squad on the turf before these guys. 22, correct. 48-22. Heiser, once again, get him a biggie bag. 5 for 5. 208 yards for Dominic Ball, 3 touchdowns. Is there a mode below rookie mode that I'm missing?
I mean,
I'm
208
very
is
confused here.
Absolutely insane. It seems like rookie mode it seems like below rookie mode for Dominic Ball. I mean, that is insane.
A lot of questioning coming into this game from people around the school.
We get another great shot of the moon there.
And as I was saying, a lot of people were concerned. Hey, is Palatine going to go 0-2 for the first time in forever? Sure don't look like it. And there's that Dominic Ball stat line, as you see in the top right. Produced by none other than Emmet Jordan. As Palatine having nothing but recess out here so far. As Bernardo returning for the Bison as always. Cuts down the middle and tackled from behind. That is Ethan Hunt on the tackle. He had the lone interception against St. Charles North. Not at all. Not at all.
Let's see if Palatine's defense can neutralize Buffalo Grove.
.11:41 on the clock. It took all but a couple seconds for Palatine to get on the board. And who else? 60% of the touchdowns in this game coming from one man. As now Diaz hands it off. Polano scrambles ahead for quite a bit. Nothing crazy. We'll say that student section on the other side of us still pretty loud.
Pretty loud, especially when you can hear them this loud from up here. I mean, you gotta give good props to the Buffalo Grove students.
Johnny knows I'm a criminal of this, but when our team is losing in a football game and we start doing chants, I am quiet as can be. If we're not winning, I'm not happy. That's just I'm very competitive. Diaz. A little bit of a miscommunication on routes there, as he thought that Jalen Marshall was on a streak and it was more of a deep curl. Marshall stopped and Diaz read it wrong and sent it about 15 yards ahead of Marshall. We've seen that happen even in the NFL. If you ever remember Kirk Cousins' pass to dead center of the field where nobody was. I remember that very clearly. It happens many times.
It also happens sometimes when you're playing Madden and like the receivers just decide to like say screw the playbook, you know? It looks something like that.
Gun formation for the Bison. 3rd and 4. Diaz. Smooth move to get out of the pocket. Double coverage coming. Farrell with nice pressure. That ball almost picked off as it flies into the Buffalo Grove sideline. It'll be 4th and 4.
Down. Gonna get good field position.
That ball is actually caught by one of the Buffalo Grove coaches.
Yeah, I believe Buffalo Grove's gonna punt it here.
Romano getting used to that punting spot tonight. Poor guy. As he gets ready to boot it off to Jacob Stark once again. Clean snap, clean kick. Very nice punt, as the fair catch called by Stark for the first time tonight. He learned from previous.
Yeah. That's right. He's probably being a little liberal there with calling it.
Our cameraman, Nate Royer, really likes that moon. Big enjoyer of that moon over
Nate's
there.
a big astronomy guy, I think. Like space.
Do you know that the moon is about 240,000 miles from the Earth? I think it's like 379,000 kilometers. Pretty cool. Donnelly off the screen. Breaks off Radkel, still going, reaches for it. That'll be about 8 yards, potentially 9.
Henson starts to rise on the field now. And it looks like it'll be it's a little bit of friendly banter.
Elter now reaching 100 passing yards. And yes, no, I don't just pick these stats up out of my mind. That's thanks to Tyler Schiavone. Big appreciation for him. As the handoff to Jesse Blake doesn't go anywhere. It'll be 3rd and short. Since the first quarter, Palatine has had no issue on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to have an issue. I mean, it's 3rd and 1 right now. All you need is a good run or a nice little short pass play.
Elter takes a snap. Outside zone to Blake, and he stumbles down. It'll be 4th and short. Great read there by the run stoppers on the Bison's behalf.
Announcer stinks. Definitely announcer stinks again.
Yeah.
It's on me.
Darn it, John.
Back keeps the penalty away from the Pirates, number 2 Elter. Back keeps the penalty away from the Pirates, number 2 Elter.
Elter will punt. This one's pretty nice. High in the air. Cho's going to let it bounce. Oh, it takes a backspin. I wish my golf balls did that.
Luke, you're not bad for a golfer who's just starting. Don't worry.
No,
You're all good.
No.
You're just starting.
It's bad round. Go home, cry, go play golf the next day. That's how the mentality's been lately. And hopefully Buffalo Grove handles this loss better than I handle a bad round of golf. All right, Nate really likes that mood. I mean, it's just truly a sight to see. A nice play from the Bison. They get past halfway to the first down marker.